Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Falcons Corner. Voice of the Falcons, Mike Rickert. Good guy to know, Danny Berg. We are back, year 3 Falcons Corner.
Year 3 Falcons Corner, year 2 Falcons Corner with a couple guest spots. But we're back, season premiere.
Yes.
I've missed you.
Well, we've seen each other every day, but I miss sitting side by side talking to you.
Yeah.
We're getting a jump on the season because we're better than our competitors. We're not going to wait till like September when all new stuff comes out. We're going right now, last week of July.
If you're not first, you're last.
Yes, and we're filming this a little early. So actually, when we're viewing this,
right,
I'm going to be at the beach lounging. Maybe I'll have a beach viewing party.
Oh, that sounds like
10
a great
a.m.
idea. Who's going to be there? Just you?
I'll watch it myself.
No one's going to watch it with you.
No one wants. They don't even want me on vacation with them, let alone watch myself on the Falcons Corner.
Yeah.
So that's not happening. So I'll watch.
Well, we got to get viewership up, so you have to.
Well, we'll see what we can do.
Where are you heading on vacation?
Cape May, New Jersey.
Ooh, very nice.
Yes, with my in-laws.
Oh, that's great.
Just 40 of them.
Yeah, that's it? Are those runs going to be a little longer?
We run longer in the morning, and we run in the evening also.
Oh, well,
yes.
I mean, you got to make sure that you have the beach body.
Yes. I have to make sure I'm married when I get home.
That's great.
More importantly.
I'll be on vacation in Dixon City.
Yes. Well, I'll call you.
Okay, sounds good.
Stuff too. So, but we are back, most importantly, because we wanted to do a show before our football players moved in, because they are moving in the last weekend in July and August 1st.
Exciting times.
Yes.
Normal. Can't beat it.
Yeah.
They're coming in, I think, the 29th, and then the 1st.
Yep.
122 football players. Breath of fresh air. One, to have kids on campus. We had them in the spring, but it wasn't normal.
It wasn't the same. Being around them so much, it wasn't the same.
The coaches are all walking through the building. Coach Duda finished up his vacation tour, as he said. He's ready to go.
Vacation
tour.
No one has spent more time at a beach than the legend himself, Mark Duda.
Every right to.
I think he's June, July. Yeah.
Yeah. But just a couple different
I'm
ones.
surprised he's not having camp at the Jersey Shore.
Oh, Atlantic City.
Yeah.
Backdrop.
But he's
beach football.
Yes.
There's nothing better than Scranton football.
He's earned that right and stuff too.
Oh, so, without a doubt. I'm just jealous.
If we have football guys and football coach, whoever's watching, it's most important that you check your Falcons email for all important moving stuff. I know that the football team is communicated through their Sports U app, right, but if they are watching this, because this is going to be airing before they move in, check your Falcons emails. Not only our football players, but all of our fall athletes that are becoming.
Information overload. You'll get it from your Sports U app, but that doesn't necessarily contain all of your housing information, orientation, your schedule, payment to come here, all the fun stuff.
Yes.
Making sure that you can move in so you don't get surprised when you show up.
You don't want to come and not have a room for yourself.
That's the worst thing that could happen.
Awful.
Because then you can't go start lifting with Mr. Voice.
Exactly. And who doesn't want to hear this?
Check your Falcons email, everybody, please, please.
Not only are we excited about our students moving in, right, we're planning to be back to normal, a lot of changes in the athletic department. One I'm going to start with is the student union, the gymnasium, right? So we're lengthening the floor to make it official 94 feet.
Correct.
So we can start hosting some national tournaments. And
the floor is it's being resurfaced, redone.
Yep.
We're still going to have the beautiful outlines of the Scranton City Times building and the Electric City sign. The baskets are being moved.
Yep. And we're getting all new baskets, rims, backboards. It's gonna be sharp.
Dr. Larson, making things happen.
How about he has me in my off time, because this is usually camp week for me.
Right.
Right. And since the gym is out of commission, he has me painting bleachers and stairs to make the gym look so nice and fresh.
Well,
first of all, I don't mind.
You're doing
fine.
your part, and you did get a little bit of camp action, and we do appreciate you stopping by the Cougar soccer camp this morning.
Absolutely.
Kids loved it. One of them was really upset that he didn't get his picture taken with you before you left.
I think I have one of my senior pictures left, and I can find it at my parents' house. I'll give it to you. You can give it to him.
But all of a sudden, I pop in the gym, and there he is, rolling away.
We're trying to make it as nice as possible.
But it is under construction.
Yep.
So you'll watch this video, and then when you come in and report at the end of August, beautiful, like a brand new facility inside that gym, and we can't wait.
Yep, and we're adding some extras, a couple other special extra touches on there. So not only are we redoing the gymnasium, but we have some additions to staff.
We do. Exciting time for our department. We had some coaches move on to different job opportunities. Just an exciting time for us to get some new faces in here, an alum. So we're really looking forward to it. So women's volleyball, we had a vacancy for about a year, and we really did our due diligence.
Right.
We were able to hire Coach Todd Pete.
That was one thing we're thankful for COVID. It gave us some.
It did. It gave us a little bit of time to make sure we had
the.
the right candidates and the right people for the jobs. On the men's soccer side, assistant coach from the last couple of years, Joe Evans, who's a local product from West Scranton, is going to take the reins of the men's soccer program. We're super excited for Joe. And on the women's side, Megan Tweedy, she's an alum of Lackawanna. She was a captain of the soccer team back in 2014.
Under the guidance of yours truly,
a former coach from here from a couple of years ago. And we're really excited. And then probably to round out the staff, the man who's been pumping out the stories on these people, Tom Ferguson.
And we're going to take a break and bring him in, and we're going to grill him.
Right?
Grill him.
Grill him.
Yes.
He is his name, Touchdown Tom Ferguson. It's very fitting that we're discussing football.
Yes, exactly. He may not want to come back to work tomorrow after we're done talking to him today.
It might be a little tough.
It's all right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey.
You got to get broken in.
You do.
Yes.
Behind the scenes. So are you going to
We're gonna break.
take us to break?
Yeah.
I don't have to. I don't get to do that yet?
No.
Okay.
Well, listen, it was bad enough you had to go to the bathroom with your hairspray and your brush to fix your hair for the show.
I don't have that beautiful stuff going on there. I got stuck in the rain. I've changed my shirt.
If you're doing your own hair and stuff, you can't break to commercial.
I'm not big enough yet.
You're not big enough yet.
My agent really failing me.
Yes. Damn. Work on that. But we're going to take a quick second, get Tom in here, and we'll talk to Tom.
Great.
Beautiful. We'll be back in the Falcons Corner. Take flight.
Changing the world starts with you. And at Lackawanna College, we can help you put yourself on the path forward by helping you develop the knowledge and skills to help build a strong foundation, to make a difference in people's lives every day in rewarding fields like occupational therapy assistant. Because when it comes to changing the world, we believe it starts with you. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College. Visit lackawannacollege.edu today.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Falcons Corner. Voice of the Falcons, Mike Ricker, good guy to know, Danny Berg, joining us for the first time in I'm like I'm marrying a couple. For the first time in public, SID, Tom Ferguson. Not only SID, future executive producer of the Falcons
Corner.
Yes.
So we got to be nice to him, which is why you introduced him with his official title.
Yes.
Which we may have forgotten in the first piece.
That's fine. We want to keep, it's a cliffhanger. We want to keep going. It's like, oh, there's a new guy. Tom, what's Tom doing at Lackawanna?
It's like being fashionably late to a party.
Yes.
You'll leave him wanting more.
They just heard I was going to be here, and they were like, all right, whatever the role is,
exactly.
I'm sure it's going to work.
Well, welcome to the family.
Thank you.
So,
I'm happy to be here.
As your role as SID, and we know, anyone locally know you as Touchdown Tom Ferguson, what, with all the experience that you've had, in sports and especially football, what are you bringing to the table here at Lackawanna?
I'm bringing an enthusiasm to tell the stories about the kids and the athletes that we have here at Lackawanna, because that was my favorite part about my job was when I would broadcast games, getting to talk about the stories of the kids from our area.
Right.
I'm from Dunmore. I grew up here. I've
Right.
lived here all my life. So to be able to talk about those things and talk about those stories and those accomplishments of the great athletes we have in NEPA, to do that here for Lackawanna College and all the great athletes we get here, not just from our area, but certainly from the region. I mean, I'm ecstatic. I can't wait to get started with it.
Yeah, and you know what? I think which is nice too is we've been getting a lot more homegrown student athletes, and now I think our entire athletic staff that we have right now, not only coaches but our actual staff, we're all local. Yeah. Right. So we all have that local ties. We have Lackawanna in our blood. We know Lackawanna College. We've since we've been put on this earth.
I got to say I'm a little worried about the amount of Carbondale and Up Valley people we have here. That's a little concerning for me, but I'm sure we'll.
I got over it. It was hard. It was hard for me for a little bit because I'm a little down valley.
Yep.
But it's okay. So it all evens itself out. But
we got to bring the Mid Valley down this way in order for the success. Exactly.
Yeah, you're right.
But we have
throwing stones already.
Yep. We have a great variety of stories, that you're going to be able to, tell here. So I know, everyone that's watching, we're going to have some really good, quality stuff.
And one of the selling points for me coming here was being able to work in this building, in the student union. I didn't, when I played in the Line-It tournament, and I use the term play loosely at Dunmore, it was at Scranton High School. So it was it was just after Lackawanna had bought the student union. They were kind of still redoing some stuff. There were still some basketball games here, but I think it was just Bishop Hannon home games and occasional district championship or district playoff games. So I played in a couple games in those instances, but I didn't get to play in like the Lion here. But just coming here to see it and coming here to see the gym and the great things that Lackawanna has done to it since taking it over. You know, replacing the lights and upgrading the scoreboards and the speaker systems and
painting the bleachers.
Painting the bleachers that you do so well, and you know, the replacing the floor and putting that new you know, the skyline that you guys talked about with the shadow of Scranton and everything, just to kind of really hammer home where we are and what we are to our local community. This is the coolest gym in all of college sports, I think, for teams to play in.
And I'm glad you touched on that, because when I was hired here 5 years ago, being a local, you know, high school athlete, you know, I had a chance to play in the gymnasium in front of 5,000 plus people. So having the opportunity to work here, I remember like my first couple of days, I'd walk out into the gym. I was like, I can't believe I work here, and I get to you know, do stuff, you know, in this gym. So that's a huge bonus for Coach Gabriel. I know Coach Gabriel had some, you know, recruits on campus yesterday, and you just got to bring them up to the gym and say, hey, this is where you play.
This
right?
is your
And
home gym.
we want to eventually be really, really good where we can start filling this place up.
Yeah, it's always really neat because you get someone who's not from the area and they haven't done their homework, and then you open up the doors to the gym, and you know, you walk up the flight of stairs and you open up the door and you always see the holy moly, I can't believe how big it is in here, you know. You know, and our goal is to, you know, hopefully fill it for some of our games, and this year we'll be able to have some fans back, and you know, the Linet tournament that you brought up, you know, it does, in those district championships. It's such a cool venue, just like you said. And also, when I first started working here, in my capacity of having an office that overlooks it, it's always fun to walk in. My friends always reach out to me, so it's great. And you talk about the community component of it. I think that's just, in all of us being local here, and then, you know, it's true to the statement that, you know, Lackawanna really is the community's college. So it's given us a great opportunity to flourish that way.
And I know we're all looking forward to having, you know, full-fledged, you know, events. It was very quiet last year. It just wasn't the same without, you know, championship games and, you know, fans at our games and stuff too.
I'm excited for us to have, you know, even just to work it and cover it and all that stuff. But I'm excited for the coaches, obviously, because it couldn't have been easy for them last year trying to navigate those waters. And I'm most excited for the athletes, the student athletes, to get that semblance of normalcy back, to be able to, you know, play in front of fans and play your normal schedule, not have to wait to the spring, or maybe not play at all, you know, to be able to kind of be back on campus and be doing those things.
And we talked a lot about football. They had a chance, you know, in the spring. They had the one home game before their season was shut down, you know, so they had some fans out there. But it wasn't like the normal, you know, type of crowd. It just wasn't the normal type of feel, you know. Even as me as voice of the Falcons, I had to try to really get motivated to drive myself, you know, through that game. You know, but so it'd be nice to have, you know, even, you know, more fans, you know. Even
and I think we will, you know, and I think that's a, you know, a perfect segue, since Mr. SID over here, Mr. Sports Information Director, I'll make sure that we never forget to say that again, did the formal release of the football schedule last week, you know, with the great graphics and stuff like that. So maybe you could touch on a little bit of the schedule.
Yeah, it's an interesting schedule for Lackawanna this year. You know, they have a couple scrimmages at Montclair State and also with Albright College, you know, two pretty good Division III schools. And then they have their opening game is on the road against Iowa Central Community College. They're playing them in Fort Wayne at, I think it's St. Francis University out there. Really cool field in Fort Wayne. But this is a team that went 6-3 in the spring season. They won the Graphic Edge Bowl for the third year in a row. So this is not, you know, some pushover team that they're playing right out of the gate.
They've got to touch base on that too. I know, you know, talking to Coach Duda, you know, they've already been working Iowa.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like they've been reported there in school, so you know he's really, you know, driving and pushing towards that game. So he's looking to, as soon as they get here, you know, to get after. So that's going to be a big matchup week one.
And they've got a couple other neutral site games in the works right now. They're playing Hocking later in the year. I think they still have to figure out exactly where that game's going to be. And they're also playing ASA Miami down in Greensboro, North Carolina in the middle of October. And, you know, they've got the usual suspects that we know of. You know, ASA Brooklyn's on there. They've got A couple other teams. Yeah, Monroe College is coming into, and then I think this is the big one. The end of the season, they go to Georgia Military College down in Milledgeville, Georgia, to close out the regular season. And I tell you what, that's going to be an interesting game because I don't think they were too pleased when they came up here and lost.
Yes.
I think they were a little surprised by that.
Yeah.
In 2019.
It's a long ride for that, and I think one really great opportunity for our football team and our student athletes is to play against Army JV. Up at West Point and get the opportunity to play in Mikey Stadium, which is something that they're not going to experience anywhere else.
No.
So,
and if you've never been to Mikey Stadium, it is awesome. So if the athletic department is going to have a road trip, that is the one to do.
Maybe we can reach out to some contacts we have up there, take the show on the road.
Yeah, even if we just make some contacts to our boss, who's just sitting over our shoulder a little bit, to say, hey, that's a great idea, Mike. Another great idea.
Oh, he's full of them today.
We're going to West Point.
And I'm telling you, we're taking the show to West Point.
That would be fantastic.
That's the key, though. Another great idea, Mike.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yes. But we know you had a chance to talk to our football staff and stuff too. So how do those conversations go? What are you looking to do, football-wise, as far as promoting that program?
Really good. I'm obviously, as someone from the area, I'm familiar with the football program.
Right.
Familiar with the success that Coach Dude has had, and certainly the maintaining of success that he's done over the years, getting players to the next level, getting players to quote unquote bigger places and more spotlights and all that stuff in front of them. So one of the things I want to do, not just with football, but I think with every sport, is try to get more weekly, like athletes of the week or something.
Right.
I know we kind of did that a few years ago and it kind of fell away from it. I think that kind of stuff is important, and I want. That's what I want to do with sports information. It's not just this is who played and this is who won and this is what's coming up.
Yep.
It could also be, hey, these players have these accomplishments, and this player, by the way, came from this background, and here they are excelling for us.
Yep.
Getting these kids' stories out there, getting these athletes' stories out there, not just for our community to look at, but again, you look at where some of these kids have aspirations to go to bigger schools or to the next level.
Yep.
This is how you get recruiters to look at them. This is how you get coaches.
And even talking to that, and I know we'll talk a lot more football as we, do our preseason football show stuff. But I know everyone should be excited about Tyrese Mills and CJ Nelson, who are already Penn State commits. So offensive lineman, and then our hybrid linebacker / safety guy who just gets all over the field. So
graduates of the strength and conditioning program.
Yep. Well, they're coming back, so they're going to be
soon to be graduates.
Yep, they'll get one more year.
Penn State bound.
So, yep.
They go right through your weight room.
Yep. So we'll get one more year with them. But there's a lot of quality Power 5 guys on that roster. I know. So we'll have much more time to dig into that roster, and especially during a media day and stuff.
But I think the fun part with football is going to be just especially with that sport, it's so intense and everything rides on every game.
Yep.
To not have a regular, quote unquote, regular season for a year, some of these kids having to wait this long to get back to, again, some semblance of normalcy here, they're going to be juiced up. They're going to be ready to go as soon as those scrimmages start on the 21st of August.
Don't do such a great job with football that all the other coaches expect you to do a better job with their sports. You got to just keep it balanced.
Low expectation, right?
Yeah, that's it. So it's like, we did this for football, you're good for this sport too. Right. So just carry it along the way and stuff too. So, but we're thrilled to have you part of the family.
I'm happy to be here. Absolutely.
We'll get you on the show all the time, and then because you're going to be behind that camera doing stuff and different things like that. Did we miss anything on the show?
I don't think so.
You had a good summer. Tom had a good summer. I'm going to enjoy my summer next week.
You are.
The legend, Coach Duda, gave me some vacationing tips just before we were on our commercial break.
He mentioned
I'm going to take him up on none of those.
Ooh.
But
not good suggestions?
He's much younger and has much more energy than I do.
Yeah, he does.
When I go away, I don't want to do anything.
Go.
He wants to go out to eat and do I'm going to run, eat, sleep.
Yeah. And you're running so you can eat.
Yeah. Exactly, and stuff too. So
just don't tell him you're not going to listen to his instructions, because I don't think he takes that well.
No, I'll show. He thinks. Yeah, don't you worry. I'll toss him. I'll toss him around.
Yeah, definitely.
So. But we're going to be back next week.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk a little bit more about more of our student athletes getting on campus. We'll invite the SID in too. Great show.
We'll see.
Works for me.
We'll see where the views go.
Off to a tremendous start already.
Season premiere.
Yes.
I can't believe it's been 2 months.
Yes. And we'll get Eric to produce one more show.
Absolutely.
Yes, definitely. All right, we're going to be back 1 week. Falcon Nation, thanks for tuning in. Have a great week. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week. Take flight.